Bad Video Games is back. In this episode, I'm going to be playing, as you can see right here, Superman 64 on the Nintendo 64. Right, let's go with one player because I am alone. No, I don't want to use the Rumble pack.
In short time, your fate.
Okay, let's get going with this. So yeah, this is supposed to be pretty bad, guys, hence why... Okay, hence why I am featuring it on this series. I've never played it before. Look at that. So, what is the... Yeah, what's the general consensus here? Do I fight bad guys, or is it just a flying through those rings job? Let's explore first. There's a timer. I'm assuming it is that kind of deal. I don't know anything about this game, guys. So... yeah, I think it's fly through all these rings within that time frame. Really? That's such a waste of a Superman license. The controls are atrocious. This is so clunky and awkward to play. I'm using the Xbox Series controller, guys, in case you're wondering, and I'm playing this via RetroArch. And if you're a newcomer to this channel, to this series, I don't like the Nintendo 64 controller at all. So playing this back in the day using the original controller would have been a bit of a nightmare. Yeah, I'm just letting this time out, guys. I'll give this a proper shot next time. But yeah, like I've said, this is such a waste of a big license. I don't remember this game. I have to say, I don't remember this. I don't know if it got a launch here in Europe. It must have. Anyway, let's have a look at the options. Oh, cool. There's a biography. It's going to tell us about the character. Yes, it's going to tell us about the characters. Look at the character models. They're terrible. Clark Kent. Lois Lane looks okay. But I like it when games do this. You could do this with the Batman Arkham games. Just pause at any time, go into the database, and read up on the characters' backstories, the whole lore. I love that. But anyway, let's give this a proper try. I saw in options that there is a normal mode. What does that entail exactly? So it said multiplayer there.
In short time, your fate will be
Yeah, the
sealed,
multiplayer
Superman.
mode I'm pretty sure would be 4 of you maybe, all competing against each other. Because there was no internet capabilities with a Nintendo 64 from what I can remember when I owned the console. We used to always do lots of 4-player WCW wrestling, which was loads of fun. I'm not a big fan of wrestling, but that game was so good. But anyway, this is hard to control, guys. This is really bad. It's not up there in terms of badness. Is that a word? Compared to some of the games I have featured on this series over the years. But I wouldn't have enjoyed this in the Nintendo 64 era. I would have been very unhappy with this game, let's put it that way. It's just boring. It's difficult to control Superman. It's clunky. And it's boring. This is boring. Like I've already said, this is a waste of paying good money for a Superman license in this world. Like, why aren't we fighting criminals, fighting bad guys, and this is just cheese. I'm getting the hang of this now. Famous last words, though. I'm going to mess this up somewhere, I'm sure. Oh, come on. Look at the timer. How many of these hoops are there? Am I near the end? Yeah, this is rubbish. The laugh then. Lex Luthor laughing. Lex Luthor wins what though? Where is he? Is he racing against me? Because I can't see him. I'll give this another try, but I don't know what the developers were thinking. What I'll do, guys, near the end of this video, I haven't done it on bad video games before. A little bit similar to what I do with Free on Steam, where I look at these Steam user reviews at the end of the gameplay. I'll have a look at the reception. We'll look at it together, and we'll look at the review scores that this had around the time, and see what the gaming media thought of it. I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty bad, because I remember back in the day, a Superman game getting panned. I never knew it was this Superman game on the Nintendo 64. I don't remember. Like I've already said, I don't remember there being a Superman game on the Nintendo 64. But look at the world. Everything's so bland. I mean, if you want to do this style, or you wanted to buy a game in this style, Pilot Wings 64. Which we featured actually on this very channel a few weeks ago. Go check out the video in the old school playlist. Pilot Wings, that's all you need. Like, what were they thinking? How were they gonna compete with Pilot Wings? Because this is dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. It's, like I've already said, really difficult to control Superman. You got to kind of fly really slow so you can get through the hoops. If you try and accelerate to any decent speed, there you go, you just missed them, because it's just so clunky to move. This is horrible. Horrible game. It's not good at all. Like I say, guys, let's get over to the reviews and see what other people, the media, said about Superman 64. And here we are at the Superman 64 Wikipedia page. I love Wikipedia. Everyone loves Wikipedia. Where would we be without Wikipedia? That's enough about Wikipedia. Superman, the New Superman Adventures, commonly referred to as Superman 64, is an action-adventure video game developed and published by Titus Interactive. I am not familiar with them. Let's quickly look at Titus. There's the logo for Titus. They were a French software publisher, produced and published video games for various platforms. What games? Let's have a... Wow, they go back as far as the Amiga, ZX Spectrum, etc. Okay, let's have a look at some of their games. 1988, Crazy Cars. I don't remember that. I remember this, Galactic Conqueror, but we're going way back here, guys. Kind of showing my age a little bit there. Dick Tracy in 1990. Prehistoric 2. I remember that. Who remembers that? I remember that. Yeah, this is what they've made before, guys. They were going as recently as 2003, apparently. They made RoboCop, the Xbox version, the original Xbox version. Another game I do remember. But anyway, that's Titus Interactive. A little bit on their background there. Let's get back to Superman 64. And let's just check out the reception. That's what this is about, isn't it? Oh, there was a cancelled PlayStation version. After the critical failure of the N64 version, Titus gave Blue Sky Software the reins to completely redesign Superman for the PlayStation, but obviously, for whatever reason, I'm not going to read all this, it was cancelled. Reception. Here we go, guys. So, NPD Group data reported Superman being a top 10 seller in North America during the weeks of June 1999. In July of that same year, Titus announced that Superman had been the third best-selling game for the N64. Over 500,000 units were sold. However, all of this contradicted Superman 64's critical reputation, filled with claims of being one of the worst games of all time. Let's have a look at the scores here, guys. EP Daily. I'm not going to go through all of these, guys, okay? So, EP Daily, 3 out of 10. GameSpot give this a 1.3 out of 10. I don't think I've ever seen a score that low on a video game at GameSpot before. That is ridiculous. Official Nintendo magazine gave this 49%. Now, when your official magazine is giving you a score that low, you know it's a stinker, because official Nintendo magazine are obviously lenient when it comes to reviewing video games on that platform. Yeah, it's bad, guys. It's not worth checking out at all. It belongs on the Bad Video Game series. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Look out for more content coming to the channel. I'll speak to you all soon.